Hey everyone, welcome to Man Cave Insider episode 37. I'm Dennis. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel down below so you can see past and future videos. Now we're here in my man cave and this room is filled with things that I've collected my entire life, and these are the stories behind them. And today we're going to be telling the story of A Christmas Story, the 1983 film which has become one of the most beloved holiday classics of all time. And our story begins with radio personality Jean Shepherd, who grew up in Hammond, Indiana. Shepherd was a storyteller and a humorist that would tell semi-autobiographical stories on his radio show, most of the time just going off an outline. He started to publish his stories in Playboy magazine and then started releasing books that were compilations of his stories. Most of the stories from the film were based on his book In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash, published in 1966. Jean Shepherd also serves as the narrator of the film and had a brief cameo when he tells Ralphie where the line is in the department store scene. Director Bob Clark also had a cameo in the film as well. The plot of the film centers around a 9-year-old boy named Ralphie and his quest to get a Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle for Christmas, and is constantly met with the objection, "You'll shoot your eye out." Like Shepherd's book, the film has several vignettes throughout, such as the leg lamp, the bullies Flick and Schwartz, the triple dog dare, the little orphan Annie decoder ring, the flat tire, and the Bumpus Hounds. Jean Shepherd wrote the script along with his wife Lee Brown and director Bob Clark. They spent over 10 years working on the script before filming. At one point, Jack Nicholson was interested in playing the role of the father. However, that would have doubled the budget, and it's hard to imagine anybody except for Darren McGavin playing the role of the old man. The mother was played by Melinda Dillon, who Clark had seen a few years previously in the film Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Peter Billingsley was actually the first person to audition for the role of Ralphie. At the time, he was seen in several national commercial campaigns, and while Clark thought he was perfect for the role, he feared that he was too recognizable. They proceeded to audition and see over 8,000 other kids, including Sean Austin and Will Wheaton, before realizing that Peter Billingsley was the perfect choice for Ralphie. Ian Pertella played Ralphie's younger brother, Randy. The film is set in the fictitious town of Homan, Indiana, but was shot in Toronto and Cleveland, Ohio. They filmed several scenes in downtown Cleveland at Higbee's department store, which is now Jack Casino. Christmas Story was released a week before Thanksgiving in 1983, and believe it or not, it got mixed reviews. Roger Ebert gave it 4 stars, while the New York Times gave it a negative review. It made a modest $19 million and was already gone from most theaters by the time Christmas rolled around. With the release of the film on home video and on cable, the popularity grew every year. Turner Broadcasting owns the broadcast rights for A Christmas Story, and by the mid-90s, they were airing the film 6 to 8 times every year. In 1997, they started the tradition 24 Hours of A Christmas Story, where they would play the movie continuously from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. Currently, the marathon airs on TBS and TNT every year. In 2009, A Christmas Story the musical debuted on stage in Kansas City and made its way to Broadway for 2012. In 2017, it aired on the Fox network with a presentation of A Christmas Story Live starring Maya Rudolph and Matthew Broderick. Peter Billingsley has become one of the most prominent producers in Hollywood and is partnered with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau, producing such films as Iron Man, 4 Christmases, The Breakup, and Elf. And Billingsley has also had several cameos in these films. Most recently, he reprised his role from Iron Man in the film Spider-Man: Far From Home. He also made his directorial debut with the film Couples Retreat, starring Vaughn and Favreau. Most people don't know this, but there have been 2 sequels to A Christmas Story. In 1994, Jean Shepherd and Bob Clark teamed up for the film A Summer Story, which had the same characters played by different actors. The parents were played by Mary Steenburgen and Charles Grodin, and Ralphie was played by Kieran Culkin. And in 2017, There was a straight-to-video movie called A Christmas Story 2, which centered around Ralphie as a teenager trying to get his first car for Christmas. Both films have gone relatively unnoticed. In 2012, the United States Library of Congress admitted A Christmas Story into the National Film Registry. Merchandising for the movie seems to get more popular every year, with leg lamps, blankets, ornaments, t-shirts, sweaters, pajamas, and much more. The house used in the film still stands in Cleveland, Ohio. In 2005, superfan Brian Jones bought the house off of eBay for $150,000. He spent the next year restoring the house to look exactly how it did in the original film. You could take a tour of the house, visit the gift shop, and you could even stay overnight in the house or next door at the Bumpus house. And I'm going to put a link to the website for the Christmas Story house in the description. So that is it for the story of A Christmas Story. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.